All right, good morning. Our guest in the studio is a good friend of mine and running for prosecutor in Hancock County, Brent Eaton. Good morning. How are you?
Good, Don. How you doing?
Very good, and it's a big challenge for prosecutors across the state, county, and the country, and a lot of new challenges pop up every year. And Marion County, close to Hancock County, of course, and crime a little less in Hancock County, but as it spreads out throughout central Indiana and kind of gives itself a little elbow room, what's the biggest problem facing a prosecutor in the Hancock County area these days?
I think the biggest problem we have right now is the relationship we have between the prosecutor's office and law enforcement, the prosecutor's office and the public in general. I think generally right now you have a situation where sometimes police officers feel like they almost have to ask permission to make an arrest, and they don't feel necessarily like they're going to be backed up by the prosecutor's office if they make a decision at the scene that somebody needs to go into custody. And I think that's had a negative effect on the safety of our community, Don. That's something that really troubles me a lot, and that's one of the reasons why I'm going to run for this office, is that if there's probable cause for an arrest and they take somebody into custody, we need to file the case. We need to file the case now. We shouldn't do it later. We shouldn't do it a week from now. We should do it now. We should get the process moving immediately.
Police are actually on the scene thinking it over. They realize that they've got a man or a woman dead to rights, but they're thinking this might not be a conviction, and they're kind of kicking around the idea of even arresting them.
It's an issue where they'll call the prosecutor and they'll say, we've got this guy and there's a situation going on. What should we do? And most prosecutors I know in that situation would say, well, there's probable cause. There's some evidence there. Let's go. And they'd say, take the guy into custody and let's get this thing moving. And the current office, with the way they're doing things, their default position is to just ask for a warrant and let the guy go and file for a warrant on a later date.